I've had a special treat today because I'm having my first ride on a Ducati Diavel. 1200cc of Italian muscle. As you can see, this is the carbon black version, 2011. Very, very distinctive styling. This is a bike that Russ has just bought. Say hello, Russ. Yeah, okay. And I mean, it's just gorgeous. The quality on this bike and the attention to detail is absolutely phenomenal. You can see where the money's been spent. You can see the carbon around the fender, around the tank. You've got these beautiful LED lights. You've even got sort of twisted plastic and metal around the forks. The wheels are just phenomenal. They're black and they're chrome. They're just absolutely stunning. The only criticism I'd make of the styling is that I think the exhaust is a bit big, and that back wheel is far too beautiful to hide behind those big exhausts. I think shorter exhaust would have been a better call. And then when you go to the back, just look at where the number plate is with its own LED to show that off in the dark. Just absolutely tremendous. 160 brake horsepower, that's twice the 696. So it really has got some beef behind it. In terms of weight, it's 210 kilos, so it's 50 kilos more than my 696. It's the weight of a Bandit 1200 or a GSR F650, which are about 209 kilos themselves. Let's go for a ride. So we've got the key fob here, but we don't need to use that because all we need, and I can get it back in again with my gloves on, is to have it nearby. There's a switch here. In fact, I need to put it down first. You need to put it down first and you'll see all the LEDs come on. The top screen is a bit like you'd have on a normal bike. Your miles per hour, your revs, your gears. And then the bottom is like a special indicator which has your riding modes on it, total mileage, consumption, trip computer for want of a better word. So let's get on and fire him up. He's definitely a him.
I'm just going to help you with the camera a second, okay?
Yeah. Are we ready?
Okay.
Yeehaw! Here we go, and hopefully you can see both of the screens now. The revs, time, temperature. There's 3 modes. If I just press this button, you can pick which mode you want to go into. Sport, touring, urban. Urban it is today. Oh, she says when she tries to... there we go. Here we go. Well, YouTubers, here we are actually on the bike now. The riding position is fabulous. It's actually better than the 696, and that's because the bars are a bit higher. Ducati market this bike as performance with comfort, and I can definitely testify to the comfort. It's very, very good. It sounds lovely. I describe the sound of this bike as grunt. Again, comparing it to my 696, that's a bit of a clatter. Clitter clatter. You know I'm coming. It's like tap dancers coming when you hear me. The one thing with this bike is, with the weight, you do have to push harder down on the bars to get around the corners. My bike's really light compared to this, but it doesn't feel as heavy as what I thought. I was a bit sort of nervous of a bike which had my extra body weight on top of it, on top of the weight of mine, but it's actually really easy to ride. In performance terms, not that I've tried this, you understand, 0 to 60 in something like 2.6 seconds. 2.6 seconds, that's absolutely mad. Oh, here we go. Speed ump. I'm not going to say what I said before. Speed umps. it's not like you can go quick round this road anyway, is it? You just really don't need that. So my first impressions, and it literally is first impressions because I've only been on the bike about 10 minutes. It's very easy to ride. It's very comfortable to ride. It sounds amazing. The bars feel heavy because I have to put more effort into moving them. But it is a comfortable ride. And I'm being a bit of a girl's blouse at the moment. Because I don't know the road and I don't know the bike, so being very careful with Rusty's new baby. One of the other things that's really nice about this bike is that you can adjust quite a few things on it. We've already adjusted the clutch lever to bring it closer in for me and my baby hands. There's quite a good set of suspension adjustments, so you can adjust that. And there's probably all sorts of things that Russ will tell you about as well, but you can make the bike comfortable for you. When Russ bought the bike, he wasn't that impressed, and after making a few sort of adjustments on suspension, etc., the tyre pressures, he realised that the bike wasn't set up very well. And after making some very, very minor modifications, the bike now rides a lot better, and very nicely. It's just a shame that I think the guy who he bought it off perhaps didn't make those adjustments and maybe is left with the impression that the bike isn't that nice to ride, when in fact it is. So what we've just done is changed over the modes from urban to sport. Woohoo! What that does is unleashes the extra 60 brake horsepower. So in urban it limits it to 100. In sport you've got the full 168 or something. That was a bit more than I thought, did you see me? That was funny. I didn't expect it to pull quite as much as that. Well, there's definitely not as much wind buffeting on this as on the Monster. I don't know whether it's just the fly screen that makes a difference, but it definitely feels more stable at higher speeds, even though it's quite a windy day today. So my first impressions of this bike are it's pretty bloody brilliant. I'm so pleased that I can ride a performance bike where I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I can enjoy it. It's pretty awesome, really. Been very respectful, so probably a little bit too much of a girl's blouse with it. But hopefully I'll get to have another go. And another go. And another go. It's a beefier version of mine. The riding position is nicer because it's that little bit more upright. The weight isn't so much of an issue, you've just got to be a little bit more domineering around the corners. I didn't think, the performance is no doubt there. It's not jaw dropping to the point where it's frightening me. Maybe I'm too respectful, but even when I sort of open the reds, I wasn't frightened of it.
Good. Because it isn't a It isn't a punch power, it's just never-ending power, isn't it?
No, it's responsive, but it's smooth delivery. Apart from when I've done the 5 fast, and it's like, didn't frighten me, it just made me laugh and giggle.
Yeah.